thank y'all for watching this video. I'm glad y'all tuned in. By the end of this video, you will question what you believe. Your eyes will be open. I'm sure you'll watch it again, and we ain't discussing nothing but the truth. The last video was about forgiveness, and one of the girls that watched it, one of the ladies that watched it, she said at first she disagreed, and then she watched it a couple times, and at the end of the day, you should forgive. It made a left turn about the, and I had a description in the box, or at the top, or in the comment box, or wherever. So, but she talked about how she didn't see it at first, and then she forgave. That forgiveness is that through all of it. And one guy left this comment about would I let a pedophile babysit my child? I'm crazy or something he put. But so you understand my perception of it. Yes, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual is a sin. It is wrong. It is a form of lust, and we can control if we want to do it or not. And I wholeheartedly believe, without a doubt, that it's a choice. It's a choice. Back to the topic about babysitting my child. If you living in sin, it's just gonna open the door for most sin. I mean, if you accept that it's wrong, and you understand that it's wrong, and you held accountable, because I seen a video where a guy said, you know, kind of like, well, I'm paraphrasing, if God don't accept gays, or he don't accept this way, then I don't want nothing to do with him. Well, that tell me, one, you closed-minded, and you want to live in your own way. You don't even want to open the door to something else that may be different. So you choosing to live the way you live, and the Word of God tells you it's wrong. But back to the babysitting, I mean, if you living in sin, it just opened the door for most sin. For example, I understand that drinking is not a sin. Getting drunk is a sin. If I go get drunk, that lead me to not be sober-minded. I still can control my actions. Now the thoughts can come. I can choose what I want to dwell on. So if I'm drunk and the thought of me wanting to have sex with somebody, commit adultery, or hit somebody upside the head with a bottle, or just go rob somebody at gunpoint, I'm in total control of them thoughts. Now, me getting drunk, which is the sin, I'm not sober-minded. When them thoughts come, I'm already drunk, so I open the door for most sin. It's gonna be more prone. I'm gonna be more prone to do the wrong thing if I'm not sober-minded. So I'm still making the choice. I make the choice at the end of the day, but it's just easier for me to make the wrong decision because I'm not sober-minded. So when I look at lesbians, gays, bisexuals, or transsexuals, it just shows me that it's a choice, and they may not see it. That's why I'm voicing this. If you can't see it, just ask yourself. Like, I've been heard that it's a way to cope with hurt, just like gambling. I used to gamble, just like drinking, or somebody that does drugs. I used to gamble. I was just coping with maybe guilt. I still don't even understand what I could have been coping with. I just know if I was stressed, I could just run and get the adrenaline I needed from gambling. And it was a choice. It was a choice to deal with it. I didn't see it as a problem. I wasn't harming nobody, but now I see the relationships that I could have had with people that I just didn't have because I didn't invest my time in them. So I didn't see that at first, and now I see times that I didn't spend with people, like games that I could have went to with people, and just build the relationships. And when I look at, that choice, and I read the Word of God in 1 Thessalonians, me and my wife read it, how Paul was trying to get to him, but the devil kept blocking their way in. He was hindering them from getting in, and Timothy got in or something like that. But that's the same thing I'm seeing spiritually, is that if we live in our ways that are not of God, he can't get in. So for example, if I'm drinking and staying drunk and driving, I know that's a sin of God. I may not see it, but if I think it's okay to live that way, he can't get in. He can't get in and give me the understanding that I need to live the prosperous life, to allow him to operate in my life. I also looked at, if we live in them ways, it just causes us to die faster. So this is a short video, but just question, ask yourself, if you living in any of that, this just happened to be the topic about the LGBT community. If you happen to be living into any of that, just ask yourself, are you hurt? Is it something you can't let go that's you feel safe to be that way? Because I heard of some people, they just feel like it's a better connection with the same sex because they understand them. Well, I mean, they can only give you so much. Mankind can only give you so much. I heard a story, there was this group of people, they were all malnourished, and there was this table full of food, and they had forks, and the forks were too long, so they couldn't get the food and feed themselves because the forks they was just too long. So they decided not to eat, they left. And then it was this plentiful people come, they was all full and happy, and they told the malnourished people that, hey, we ran up on this table full of food and nobody had eaten it. The only problem was we couldn't take the forks and feed ourselves. So we took the forks and fed each other. Moral of the story is, open your mind, love your brother. Let them feed you and you feed them. Oh yeah, another thing, when we try to justify the wrong thing, there's a such thing called pride and false pride. Pride is when you use your integrity to make the right decision. False pride is in the video. I'm seeing a lot of false pride when I see, because I had the question about the LGBT community. When they say pride is what brings us together. Well, I understand the act of integrity, but there's another video that talk about false pride. If you don't understand the difference between pride and false pride, I got the link in the description. It's after this video, and there's other videos that you want to talk about or discuss how you feel. Just subscribe to the page and we'll be here.